would?
Yeah, obviously we were, in a decided advantage tonight, but for sure, I think that's something we needed to do. We needed to get better at playing pass defense. We needed to do better at limiting explosive passes. We needed to do better at defending the ball down the field and in the air. And so obviously when you come away with 2 interceptions in one-on-one covered situations, that's a really good start. And obviously there'll be bigger challenges down the road, but the basis of what we're trying to get accomplished, we're starting to see pretty well. Sorry, my voice isn't gone.
Was Jeremiah Lewis held up more precautionary tonight, or could that keep him out for multiple games?
No, he's a game-to-game thing. We hope they'll have him back this week. I anticipate we will. He actually did a pretty strenuous workout before the game. He just wasn't quite ready for contact yet.
Did you get as many players as you wanted to in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to have a couple more drives. The offense milked that one drive really good, and so that was going to be Henry's last drive, and we wanted to try to get Grayson and some of the other young freshmen on offense out there, and that drive just was going and going and going, and so like about 3/4 of the way through it, we threw Grayson out there. We tried to get some of the freshman wideouts out there. Unfortunately, it just the fourth quarter just really shortened on us, and so ideally we would have had a couple more possessions to let those guys play a little bit more, and then defensively I think some of the young guys we didn't quite get to on defense because, again, there just weren't a lot of possessions in the fourth quarter. But, again, the biggest emphasis was trying to get some guys out there that we're going to count on this year and make sure that they got snaps, and we were able to do that. And then we were able to get some of the young guys really, some good quality reps on offense for sure.
Was part of the calculus behind that they only had 5 days since the last game?
I don't know if that was the calculus. We had a little bit of a bigger rotation plan going into the game. We were rotating more on the O-line than we did last week. We thought that was important. We wanted to get Peyton Jones involved in the running back rotation. We thought that was important. We certainly weren't overlooking Lafayette, but we just knew from a physical standpoint it was going to be important for us to cut snaps back a little bit. And so that was a little bit of a concerted plan on our end. And then obviously when you play this game, you always have a hope that you can put it away and get your kids an opportunity to get out there late in the game, and we were able to do that in the fourth quarter.
Seemed like you were happy with the end of the first half drive until Todd missed it. What did you tell him after that kick in the locker room?
I avoided Todd in the locker room at that. I think he was pretty all set on the fact that we'd like that to go in. But, it was a great drive. I thought we operated really well. I thought, we were able to get the turnover. We weren't really thinking we were going to get a 2-minute drive, and then you get the turnover, and so bam, you're in that situation. And, we have the ability to push the ball there and be aggressive because they had no timeout, so we knew we could take it to halftime whenever we wanted to. And so you go out there and you start pushing, and we made some plays, and we got it going. And I thought we handled the last play really well. Jacquez Moore knows there's a short clock, and so he can't try to extend that run, and so he gets out of bounds to give us a chance to kick the field goal. I thought we did everything right. It said just go out there and make the field goal, and Todd will get that fixed.
In terms of mentality, how important is this week for the whole season? You go from Monday night having super emotional, hyped up game to today where the weather is hard. You still got to play through. What does it do for this team going forward?
Yeah, I just think, we learned that our drive has to be internal, and that's something that we talk a lot all the time about. And if we allow outside things to influence what we think about ourselves, how we prepare, what we think we have to do to get ready to be successful in a game, those things will kill your season, right? And we have to learn how to internalize everything that we do. We know what it takes to prepare and get ourselves ready to play. And so regardless of short week, regardless of opponent, regardless of quality of win, regardless of what all you guys want to write about us all week, regardless of all of that stuff, we know what it takes to prepare to get ourselves ready to win a football game. And so, in some ways we did that well this week. In some ways there's areas we can improve at that. And those are just learning curves for this team as we go through the season because, if we do what we want to do, we're going to have more big wins. We're going to have more tough turnarounds. We're going to have more games where, we're the team that's getting hunted and someone's coming in trying to make their season off of beating us, right? All of those things are a little bit new to this group. And so each one of these is just an opportunity to live and learn and get better.
In the old days, the backup